Hello, Hogziller here again. In today's video, I will be doing an audio commentary of a recent scenario I've been speedrunning, Better Red Than Dead, Hard Difficulty. I decided to do this audio overlay of my recent speedrun because I've noticed this scenario having more views on my channel. Keep in mind that this playthrough is using a different strategy than the more popular 23-minute playthrough. Additionally, this strategy doesn't seem to work on all difficulties. I tried this on easy, and it did not work as quick as the prior strategy of building up infrastructure because you can obtain money quicker on easy difficulty as compared to hard difficulty. While the game loads, I will start with the objectives you will have at first. You will need to sabotage the allies and access with your commando garrison, have 50,000 in money, and have an overall island happiness of 45. You will start with an overall happiness of 39. I focus on healthcare, faith, fun, and food values to get me to that 45 threshold. So my previous strategy for this scenario on all difficulties was to build up the infrastructure of the island by building boats and cigars and the related infrastructure around those sectors. And then I would try and build up my money to the 50,000 required, but that was the old way. I recently noticed that you can actually rely on the industry that's already on the island and keep the building to a minimum. So you'll see here that I delete the opera house and ministry, plus take care of the finances of the palace. Then I upgrade the library and get my raid mission going. Upgrade the golf course, churches, and circus along with the bunker houses and grocery to get those overall values up. Plus, pause one of the teamsters since you're not building boats. I also increase the budget on the tobacco farms. So now I want to stay as close to 50,000 or above as possible, so I only build the fire station and a couple clinics at the budget 4 level. Don't forget to change your work mode on the mines. Now it is time to set your research. Employee of the month followed by penal colony are a must to start. Then you need newspaper followed by the religion amendment. Then wealth tax and free wheels. This is the order of how things will go in the game later. Be ready as the first research item will be researched quickly. Be ready to add state loans and right to arms as you will need this for the liberty requirement near the end of this mission. I add a couple bunker houses to get the homeless off the street and get the housing rating up. Now that the initial chaos of setting up the scenario is complete, my comments will be a little more spaced out for the rest of this video. Now I just wait for my money to go up. If you can, try and explore quests and trades to get extra money. Watch for banana, cigars, and gold. You want to watch your commando garrison, as you want to demolish it right after the second sabotage to save money, as it is no use to you after they are done.
Tropico. They call me. Would any of these be of interest to you?
Remember the story of the man.
Atomic bombs. Fact or fiction? Tropican scientists say, we don't understand the physics. Palace says, try harder.
If you have enough money over the 50,000, you can go ahead and build the 2 newspaper facilities with the work mode of Red Star. This is not required to build ahead, and do not go below 50,000 just to build these if you can, as getting 50,000 is more important than building ahead. But certainly go ahead and build these items if you can. Once you have advanced to the Cold War, pick the bottom options for both constitutional options that appear. Build your newspapers if you haven't done so already, and set the work mode to Red Star. Now it is time for another building burst. First, build your Pirate Cove and set the reoccurring raid of Many People raid. Add your bus depot to ferry the people up the hill that come back from the raid. To quickly get your communist rating up, enact the Food for the People and Egg Subsidies edicts.
Aren't you tired of luck?
Now you can start building your power plant, mausoleum, and childhood museum. You might have to wait on the mausoleum until a ship comes in with money for exports if you're tight on money when you were first entering the Cold War era. Now you want to get back to your research panel and add immigration, mausoleum, and childhood museum as your next items to research. Wait until each item is built, as once the childhood museum is completed through construction, you will get a free research lab, which you should build ASAP.
I've got nothing against the big guy, but you can't sell.
As you can see in the video, I get a lucky break with the cigars export contract. You should even take this contract even if it's a plus 5%. Now you can start demolishing everything that will be asked ahead of you in future quests, including the houses, mansions, country house, bank, customs hall, and churches.
Very good.
President!
Set your alarm.
For some,
In the video here, I had to fulfill a golf course demand from the capitalists, so I went ahead and took care of that, as the financial impact would have been too great. Be sure to change your constitution to religion for atheists. Now I wait for the state loans to kick in so I can build the 4 tenements required. I also enact free wheels, as they're going to ask for that any minute anyway.
how the poor are.
I am also adding newspapers, as they are a requirement later near the end of the mission to have 5 media buildings. So then I will have 1 radio station and 4 newspapers to meet the 5 media building requirement. I also want to max the budget on the radio to get my Liberty rating up above 80, which is required at the end of the mission, along with enacting the Right to Arms Edict. Now I can build my parking garage. You should be able to build these using the quick build. Then start to look to change work modes on the Mausoleum and Childhood Museum. You will have to eyeball your approval rating if you want to hold the elections, which should be prompted around this time.
It is a great day.
The citizens are demanding elections, Presidente. It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled. So selfish.
The dwellings are
Presidente.
A bunch of optional quests will come up, which I normally skip for my speed runs. Now it becomes a waiting game as you wait for the communists' number to go up, and it'll go up slowly. This is done mainly through ships coming in by bringing immigrants and the pirate coves returning on their many people raids.
good for business. But what's...
Peace must be earned through superior firepower.
So then after a few prompts, you should win the game. This is how I am currently playing the Better Red Than Dead hard difficulty mission. If you like these kind of videos, press that like button so I know you're enjoying these kind of videos. If you have a question or a better way of completing this scenario, leave a comment below. And please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time in the next video.